Hey, Gio. Hey, that's fine. These streams are for whoever is interested at the time. I'm gonna wait a few minutes before starting this time, just to give people a chance to show up. Also, I'm looking for something. History. I know what that's like. Oh, is it? For like your school? Hold on. Wait. Sorry, I'm looking for something. Well, it's up for 23 hours. I'll deal with it later. Okay. Let's see. Alright, so I'm gonna get started. Oh my god, look at that. I want it. Alright, so hello everybody, whoever might be watching now in the present or in the future. We are maybe at the brink of bit of a minor crisis. Well, maybe not crisis, but things might be getting a little bit tense shortly. I was off camera for a while, and let me get everything kind of overheated. Liquid filter. What? What? Why? How hot is it? Oh, it's pretty hot. Shit. I should not have made this out of iron. This is made out of iron too. I made both these out of iron. Oh no, this is out of gold. Alright, I'll have to deconstruct this. But anyway, so off camera I kind of finished the projects that I started. So I've got this system made here. So basically, the crude oil is getting pumped into this room where my engineers will work at these oil refineries and convert that crude oil into petroleum. The petroleum will be deposited into this tank, and this is a little bit of logic here, which you can see is connected to the oil refineries. So essentially, it's just a bit of, it's just gonna like make it so that the petroleum in this tank will eventually hover around here. Yeah, I'm kind of recapping what we did. So basically, I think the logic, assuming it works correctly, and I honestly don't know if it will, we might have to deal with it later, the petroleum will fill up to about here, at which point this logic will disable the oil refineries, and then the engineers will stop coming down here to make more, and then eventually it'll fall back down to here, and then they'll get enabled again, and then it'll just hover back and forth. And it'll just have a consistent supply of good crude oil. All three of these things will produce natural gas, which is why the natural gas just has a lot of space to float up. It's floating up into the ice biome. It'll cool down a little bit because of that. I've got it insulated anyway because I don't want to ruin the ice biome. But it'll just like fill this room up, and eventually I'll connect it to the power system, which is running down here. You can see. So we're starting to like have a real network that kind of goes all over the map. We're gonna move it over here soon, but that'll add a little bit of power to the power system, which is good. So that petroleum here will get sucked up, and it's going into our plastic making room. So these polymer presses are hard at work, kind of all the time. Dupes don't need to interact with them, just kind of shitting out plastic. You can see it'll just fall out here in a second. The cool steam vent, I'll show you that in a minute. So yeah, you can see the plastic fell out, and then immediately this conveyor arm just loads it up. It gets sent over here, and then it gets stored in the smart storage compactors. I made a little bit of an error. I forgot that these polymer presses produced CO2. I knew they had a gas output, but I thought that output was steam and not CO2. I forgot that they emitted steam and CO2. They take an output of CO2, and then they just kind of secrete steam. So that's why I have this room kind of like this. The water will fill up, and then this pump. Yeah, this is the plastic production. So then this pump, there's a hydro sensor here which will detect when the water gets high enough to flood the machines, at which point this pump will suck up that clean water and just kind of add it to the supply. It'll just get turned into oxygen and hydrogen. So that's a thing. And then basically these guys, these smart storage compactors are sending out a logic signal enabling the polymer presses as long as any of them are not full. So as soon as all of them become full, assuming I did all this right, these presses will disable themselves. And as soon as somebody uses plastic, they'll just kind of recoup the losses. And then this thing here, basically, you know, what I think makes this game interesting is that I came up with this, like this. This thing. Okay, so then, yeah, this thing keeps the temperature between, you know, something and something else. Again, I'm not completely sure I did the logic right. I hope I did. And I've got some temp shift plate behind things, just kind of evening it out. It's getting warm in here, but not super warm. It's actually pretty nice. So I think that, yeah, this is a pretty legitimate legit plastic setup. I'll probably have more plastic now whenever I need it than I'll probably never run out of plastic at this point. I made a bit of an error. So like I said, I had CO2 being dumped in the room. So there's CO2 over here, and I don't know if I'm ever going to do anything about it. I might just leave it alone. So yeah, that's that. And now that I have that going, I have petroleum. I made a little petroleum generator here. I forgot that it created water, so I'm going to need to extend all this over. I think I'm going to actually turn this on. And I actually have a shitload of copper. No, I'm going to get out of iron. Do I have any electrical engineers? I think I do. I know somebody is trained in electrical engineering. Yeah, things are left for you to kind of discover. I know I have electrical engineers. Don't I? Yeah, Camille is an electrical engineer. So I think, yeah, in terms of power, I don't really want to use coal much anymore. I might disable these. And these natural gas generators are going to start being unable to kind of keep up the pace because I'm using 2,000 watts of power down here already. So I made this petroleum generator, which I don't want to rely too much on, but it is a powerhouse. It gives plus 2,000 watts of power compared to the 800 watts of a natural gas generator and the 600 of the coal generator. So it's a powerhouse, but it's also consuming a precious resource that you want to be using for a lot of other stuff. So I'm going to try to limit my usage of this thing. And I think by turning on this power control station, Camille's going to come down. She's going to make microchips and kind of increase the output of these 4 generators. And I think that should be enough to mostly produce all the power I need until I expand my situation. These are all filled up, so we should be good on natural gas for quite a while. And the reason I say things are tense is because we're almost out of water, and this thing is dormant for another 34 cycles. So, you know, things wouldn't be too tense because you are guaranteed 2 cool steam vents, not just 1, on your map. And I have actually found the other. I didn't realize I found it, but right here you can see, if you look really closely, some water right here. And so I think this is pretty safely like the other cool steam vent on my map. But the problem is that this is pretty close to space. So I'm at a bit of a dilemma. Like, I want to get to a point. I don't want to dig into space until I have steel manufacturing going, because I want to be able to make bunker doors. Because as soon as I breach space, I want to be able to quickly cover it up again. Now, if I dig up this cool steam vent, which I kind of need to, and I need more water, so it's probably pretty imperative that I do so. There's a good chance I'll accidentally breach space in the meantime. I'm also kind of scared of what I'm going to find up here, because there's also a good chance that the meteors will have already like breached this area, in which case this area will be so hot that it's going to be a huge project to kind of clean it up if that's the case. I really hope that's not the case. So what I think I'm going to do is I need to start working towards here. I also want to like fix oxygen. This is not doing enough for my 13 dupes right now. So there's a lot to do. The real question is the order I want to do things, and that really depends on how much time I have before meteors penetrate into this thing. So I think I'm going to try to dig up here like immediately. I'm going to have them go up like this. What happened to the iron creatures? What iron creatures? I don't follow. Oh, they don't poop just iron. They might all be dead. I'm not completely sure. They fixed, when they actually implemented the update past the test build, they did change it so that the shove voles, which are what you're talking about, they now burrow underground during meteor showers, so they weren't dying. I'm not quite sure how like animals work in this game, but I think that the way it works is as soon as you discover them, they become a thing. But until you discover them, they're safe. So I haven't seen any shove voles yet. So I think the fact that I haven't seen any shove voles yet means that there's a good chance that they're still alive up here. And if they are still alive, then they'll now burrow when there's meteor showers, so they shouldn't die immediately after I discover them. If that's the case, then they might actually solve my problem for me, because they'll be eating the regolith and just kind of protecting the surface. Yeah, the lag actually wasn't coming from the regolith. The lag was coming from the fact that I was playing on the test build of an update that wasn't implemented yet, and so there was a lot of logging information being sent that is now not sent because the test build is done. So that's nice. This room seems to be getting... I would like this room to get a little colder. I was hoping this room would just get colder and colder. It doesn't seem like that's happening. I was also going to check this. Yeah, I think 50 kilograms per research point. That's actually not that much. I'm trying to think about like where all my water problems came from, because I'm really not using this water for all that much. I think that there will be all sorts of little miscellaneous things. I think all that Clay really means with what they wrote there is that the updates aren't going to be themed anymore. In other words, like we're not going to get the space update or the ranching update or anything anymore. It's going to be just like little things here and there, but significant things. There's still a lot of significant things that need to happen to the game. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of wait and see what's happening up here, and making plans depending on what we find. But what we really need to do, no matter what, is get a metal refinery going. Metal refineries are a big deal. We need them to make steel, and they get really hot and they take a lot of power. They use liquid coolant. You need to cool them down with a liquid, and I didn't notice how they worked. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this polluted water as liquid coolant. I'm going to pump the polluted water into the metal refineries. The metal refineries will make it very, very hot, and then I'll deposit it somewhere, and I'll leave it hot for a while. And while it's hot, I think all the germs will die because they can't exist in hot water. Yeah, they said in this recent update that there was this is weird. I've never seen this before. They said in the most recent update that there were going to be visitors, that you'd get visitors. So I think that there might be some weird stuff going on soon. Everyone's mastering their jobs. Lots of jobs. Everyone gets promoted. Travaldo is now a seasoned miner. Oh, Lyra. There we go. I genuinely have no clue what this is. This looks weird. Okay, there it is. Yes, cool steam vent. There it is. Oh shit, yeah, and this is the... So it looks like there hasn't been a breach yet, but this is the yeah, you can see there's space right here. We're up there, and that's scary. I'm really scared of how close this is to being breached. We also really just need to like up the oxygen production altogether. I've taken on a bunch more dupes now. I don't know how I ended up with 13. I thought I took 12. Do I even have 12 beds or 13 beds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is one person just not sleeping on a bed? How did I end up with 13 dupes? I legitimately have no clue how I ended up with 13 dupes. Somebody doesn't have a bed. Who doesn't have a bed? I have no idea who doesn't have a bed, but we'll put a bed right here. Can't you make like a water lock up there so the breach is more manageable? That's not the problem. The problem is the asteroids breaking whatever's there. And the only things that the asteroids will not break are bunker doors, which you make out of steel. Or bunker tile. You need to make bunker tile, like super, like especially strong material that won't break when the meteors hit. If meteors breach, then what's going to start happening is really, really hot stuff is going to start falling in here and make this whole area just completely unusable. I need to not let that happen because it's very, very frustrating to clean all that up. Because we really need this water. If we can't get this water directly, all hope is not lost for our colony, because what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to be using the metal refinery, and I'm going to be using this polluted water, which is filled with tons of germs, as liquid coolant. and that liquid coolant is going to get hot, and all the germs are going to die in the hot water, and then I can sieve it and cool it down, and that'll give me a supply of cold water. And that is the plan. I'm going to do that eventually. I really don't know what to do with this little bit, but we'll find it. We'll find a use. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that these nullifiers are here to stay. It's not a matter of the heat mechanics being accurate. It's a matter of them being fun. And, you know, without those nullifiers, there is like an inevitable heat death, which is just not a fun idea in a video game. I don't want to play a game knowing that there's like going to be an inevitable heat death of my colony, and the nullifiers allow for that to not be the case. I don't know if I'm using the term heat death right, but you know what I mean. Lots of carbon dioxide in here. This is very confusing, because I've been told for hours, years, ages, eons that this room is broken and flooded. So we'll let them do that. We'll start designing. They could have some colliding things be super cold or hot, though. Have some colliding things be super hot or cold, and maybe find a way to transfer that heat around. I don't know what you mean by colliding things. Do you mean like the meteors? Because it wouldn't make sense realistically for the meteors to not be extremely hot. Actually, this isn't a good place for the liquid lock. I don't know why I thought that was good. I want the liquid lock right here. I can't believe this place is staying like cold. Although my oxygen is getting very hot. Oh shit, my oxygen is getting very hot. That's a problem. That's like problem heat. We might need a temporary solution to that. And definitely not a temporary solution is this. Oh my god, I have 10 tons of refined iron. Holy shit. And it does, and the meteors are a little too ridiculous right now. It's kind of weird that there's like space here, but not here. I'm really confused by what I'm looking at. This is going to be like a maintenance chamber. I'm not really going to actually make this into any particular room. That's not what I wanted. Shit. Delete this. And you guys really need to drill into this. So I need to make this room a vacuum, and I need to fill it with stuff. Let's see. Did I forget to put good insulation onto my pipes? I didn't forget, I just can't. Or, I mean, I guess I can now. I have probably just enough ceramic to do it. But, it's not a priority right now. Although it might be. This is scary. This is scary hot. Is this something I'm going to allow? No, I can't. I have to do something about this now. Oh my god. I don't want to. I'm going to be getting rid of this entire thing soon. I'm going to be making like 4 of them up here. But I think for now I might need to edit it and make it better, which I don't want to do, but I might have to. Right now they're just leaving. Oh shit, and this is filling up too? That's not good. Okay, yeah, it's being used a little bit. Maybe that. Why is there hydrogen being pumped in? Oh yeah, because this backed up. Okay, I think the most temporary solution would be this. Dig up that. Shit, there's no way to get over there. Oh, that's so out of the way. I can barely even see it. Why is it on the corner of the map like that? Okay, we'll get that later. This one's more reachable. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is more reachable. Were you disappointed that they never used the young Cuz player model in Nuclear Throne? I think there's a mod that lets you use it, right? But no. Yeah, it's a travesty, to be honest. They should be tried for war crimes because of that. Yeah, it's about like, yeah, exactly. That's a good point. That's a good way to put it. I agree with that. So I discovered something very strange about these Weezworts actually recently. Which is that they actually replant themselves if you dig them up and don't use them again and don't use them for anything. Very strange. I guess I'll just do this. Well, I'll make this priority 7. I want to make all these priority 7. I want to keep this priority 8. I really just want to know what's up here. Okay, good. Oh shit, right there. Is that... Oh, that's clay. That's clay. But here you can see... yeah, you can see this place has caved in. Wait a minute. Whoa, what? Whoa, wait a minute. Oh shit, I think the shovels are doing their job. This should be like a pile of regolith, but I think they ate it and pooped out like material. I think the shovels might have saved us. Alright, Gio. Well, you have a good night, man. So the reason I'm digging up all these is kind of obvious, I think. I'm going to do what someone suggested on stream, actually, yesterday, which is just put a bunch of Weezworts directly above the vents. which I can't exactly do everywhere. Or like anywhere. Shit. I'm not completely sure if the shovels are responsible, but it looks like that's kind of the case. We'll see if that's enough to make things work out. I don't know. I don't think it will be, to be honest. Yeah, this should be... I still haven't seen any shovels, though. If there aren't any shovels, if they're all already dead, then I'm going to go into console and... Whoa, wait a minute. Spoilers. I can't unsee this. I did this by accident, but I can't unsee this. Nah, I'm not going to see any more of that. What I meant to say there is that if I, if the shovels are all dead, I'm going to spawn a few in with console. Because they deserve better. This is all just iron. I thought they shit out regolith tile. These things are both about to go dormant too, so that's a bit spook. Oh yeah, this one already is dormant. This one's about to go dormant in less than a cycle. 93 seconds, jeez. So, I mean, for a long time, it's just gonna be these gas reservoirs. And I just have to pray that this isn't enough. There's a lot of up in the airness about this run right now. Wait, what's the priority? 8. Things are tense, but they could be. I mean, I still have high hopes for this run. I think this could be it. I still think this could and should be the run, like where we get into space. Oh, whoops! Get up there. This one's not as pretty, so I'm probably just going to make a room out of it. This is an enormous ice biome. I've never seen an ice biome this big in my life. And if the shovels had to make this, they're responsible for this, but like, where are they? Are they dead? I'm gonna check. I'm gonna see if they're dead. I'm gonna reveal the map just to see if they're all dead. But I'm not gonna look down. I'm just gonna keep the map up. It looks like they're all dead. Wait, what's this? Nothing. Yeah, it looks like they're all dead. I'm not seeing any critters up here. Alright, in that case, I'm gonna do this. I've never used this for anything, so I have no idea what I'm doing, but, what did I just do? How do I know you can do this. No. How do I make something? I'm not seeing an option that looks anything like that. Disease. Sample? No. Paint? No. Compare? What? I'm gonna look this up. Hold on. Debug spawn. I need to spawn something. I don't want to enable sandbox mode. Oh no. Did I have to do that? Apparently, if I wanted to, apparently, if I wanted to do this, I should have saved a copy of the creature before that I wanted before they all died. No. That's such bullshit. They shouldn't all be dead. Come on. What am I supposed to do? If I just didn't... This is such bullshit. This is discouraging. I can't like enable sandbox mode to do this because it would like... Yeah, but it's an important creature. Like, and I've never seen what it's supposed to do before, and it's part of the update, and I wanted to see it. I just don't get to. Like, what the fuck? Like, just because I started during the test build, I don't get to see this creature at all because they just died because they didn't know how to burrow during meteor showers, and they just all died to meteor showers. That's fucking stupid. There's not a single one. There's not a single one. This is really discouraging. That's actually a good point. If there's a meteor shower going on, then they would be burrowed. But it doesn't look like that's the case. I would see them burrowed. They're not here. I could enable sandbox mode and spawn one, but then I would have sandbox mode enabled for the rest of the game, and I don't want that. I'll deal with it later. I don't know what to do about this, but that's so frustrating. Like, they made all this. Like, what the hell? How? When did they all die? It's not even that cold and it's not even that hot in here. They did a really good job of what they were supposed to do, so sorta. This is 230 degrees Celsius, but you know. Yeah, see, you can hear it now. Now there's meteor showers happening. See? We've got some time. It isn't? Shit, hold on. That's a problem. Microphone. Speakers. Huh? Yeah, that's true. It's not playing for whatever reason. Let me fix that. What is happening right now? Everything's shit. It says right here it should be working. There's no reason it shouldn't be. But it's not. I'm looking at it. It's not playing. Output audio capture just isn't happening. Well, I'm using OBS. OBS works better, but it just like, it seems like half the time I use it, it just doesn't work properly for no fucking reason, and they barely give you options, so I might switch right now because I don't want to not have audio, and it's just not playing audio. Like, I'm looking right at it and it's not playing audio, and the audio is configured right, and it's just not playing. According to OBS, what's coming out of my speakers through my headset should be coming through, and it just isn't playing, and I don't know why. Make sure you have use input device for desktop audio unchecked in settings. Settings, audio, use input device. It says default. I changed it and it didn't help. Desktop audio device is set to default, it still doesn't play. If I set it to speakers, it still doesn't play. There's no winning. I can't win. I'm going insane. This is driving me insane. I had the microphone device set to my headset. Wait, what? Wait, so you are getting sound? You are getting in-game sound from me? Put both. Oh wait. Oh, you were just copy pasting something that someone else said. I had the microphone device set to my headset, which caused game sound to go mute. Yeah. Okay. I had the microphone device set to my headset. I put both audio settings to default settings. Okay, I'll do that. I mean, I haven't tried both set to default, but I'll try it, I guess. Okay, apply that, and then also apply this. No, that one's already default. They're both set to default. Nothing's happening. Nothing's different then either. Like nothing is different from before, and it's. Okay, let me try setting them both to speakers. Or setting them both to audio. Nope, just not working. Fuck it. All right, I can't. I give up. I'm gonna stop streaming and switch to XSplit, I guess. I'll be right back.